What's up, everyone? It's day 46 of 75 hard. I just finished my second workout of the day. I did my 45-minute outdoor workout, which consisted of a 35-pound ruck. Did that the entire time. I went about 2.5 miles again. Nice sunny day here in Oklahoma. It's about 80 degrees or so. Still too windy to do the video outside. It's supposed to be windy here the next few days and then like cool off on Saturday, I believe. But it's still gonna be like 40 lows, 60s in the highs, so it's still nice. Whenever I woke up today, I went outside to go to the gym and it looked, real cloudy. It looked like it should have been cold, but it wasn't. Last night, another easy night at work. I'll be honest, I probably slept about 3 hours of the night. So I got off and I got back to my hotel and went to go to sleep. It was about 6:30 and I got up at 10 because I had already slept. So I got up and went to the gym early, went to the gym and did 40 minutes on the tread climber, and then I did a leg workout, which is probably another 40 minutes. So after that, I came and just relaxed a little while, and then I started my outdoor workout earlier just because I wanted to get it over with and then maybe catch a nap after this. I got probably an hour by the time I get done with this before I leave. I try to be early every day. Like, honestly, the safety meeting's at 5:30. And I get there at like 4:50, so kind of early. But it gives me time to just get ready for the job, whatever, sit there and collect myself. I spend a lot of time alone, so I like reflecting on things, and that's something you should get used to yourself, and not just have to be staring at your phone and looking at reels and stupid things other people are doing that everybody seems to like. You don't need to like that kind of stuff. That should be below you. You should be above that. Spending your time more wisely. You don't need to just be, scrolling TikTok. That's kind of a waste. That's definitely a waste of time. It's not kind of. Today I woke up with no pains. Still, everything's going good. I'm probably gonna add some weight to my backpack. I don't want to go too much heavier. I mean, I would, but I don't want to break the backpack again. I've already broken it twice and had to make it work. I'm just trying to make it last throughout this. I'm gonna end up buying one of those Go Ruck packs. It's more of like a plate carrier that fits on your back and there's straps in the front. Kind of like a backpack, but on the back it's just kind of a rectangle spot. So it fits up against you a lot better, and my backpack's just weight dangling off the back, off my back. And it's kind of uncomfortable, but I get it over with. Today wasn't really too hard to get through. I wanted to get it over with, and whenever I was doing it, that wind kept getting in my eye and drying out my contacts, so that was annoying. And I wanted to just walk back to my truck and get some eye drops, but I finished it. I went to this park that's right next door. It takes about 5 minutes to walk to it, so then I do my walk around there. It's a nice little area. Nobody's been there since I've been doing this about a week. I'm just gonna keep doing that every day. Probably start throwing in like push-ups each lap, drop and do 20 or something like that, just to make it a little bit more difficult and get a little bit more just some different variations in. Because like whenever I'm at home, I do the speed bag and push-ups and burpees, and since I've been here, I've just been doing the rucking, which is good enough if you're doing it. It's weighted walking, and if you can't do weighted walking yet, you got to build up to it. You need to start with what you can do. If you're doing your own program and you're new to a lot of things, you don't want to just throw 35 pounds on your back and start walking, and you'll end up getting sore and you won't do it, or whatever the case is. You want to start with the least and get the most progress out of the least that you can. Not to say that you shouldn't push yourself, but you don't want to go do an hour work of cardio and then have that baseline be an hour. So each time you work, each time you do it, you have to do an hour, and then you have to build up from there. You don't want to go to where you're having to do an hour and 15 minutes, an hour and 30 minutes, when you can get progress at 20 minutes and then build yourself up every 2 weeks at 5 minutes, or however you feel like it fits your goal the best. And other than that, the diet's been going good. No real cravings, still low appetite. The only time I get cravings is if I see something maybe like online, or if I drive past somewhere like a donut shop. I'll think about it for a second. I imagine the whole thing of eating a donut. And I think it was last night or whatever, this morning, I dreamed that I ate like a pack of gummy bears. I forget what it was. It was like they were at like a buffet. Anyways, I woke up and thought it was real. So that threw me off a little bit, thinking that I needed to start over, but it was a dream, so it doesn't count, and I didn't eat them. And I don't allow that stuff to be even around me, because I probably would end up eating it. Maybe not right now, but it definitely, if I wasn't on a program, I try not to buy stuff like that, just because I know I'll eat the whole pack, not just eat some of them. And I don't just buy the little things. In between doing programs like this, I feel like I'll do a lot better now after the program, because I have a lot more knowledge of the things that are in those foods that you don't want in your body. So I look forward to staying away from them, just like alcohol. That's kind of been a struggle at times, but I know the example that's being set by not doing it, and the way that I feel and by not doing it, and everything else that comes with drinking isn't a factor in my life anymore. Any kind of drama, you know, like whenever you drink and you text somebody you wish you didn't text after you woke up or whatever, or you do something stupid, or you're out driving for even, or like I said, you say something you wish you didn't say. None of those things happen when you're not drinking. So I mean, they can if you're a psycho, but I'm not, and I don't do anything that doesn't try to benefit me. And that goes along with my message for today, is start to see yourself as a role model. You know what you think of whenever you think of a role model, or you're a role model. Some people, you know, for the longest time, most people would look up to role models as, like, you know, The Rock or LeBron or these rich celebrities or these pro athletes. And it seems like now that the people that you would want to look up to the most are the men and women that go out each day, work hard, that build this country, or do whatever it is that you do, that you work hard at, and then doesn't just do the bare minimum. You go to the gym, you do your workouts, you get up when you say you're going to, you keep yourself clean, you keep your house clean, you are a good parent. All these things go into being a good role model. And it could be somebody that they don't have to be a good or a famous person. They don't have to have a lot of money, but it all goes into you need to have a 360 degree, you know, lifestyle that incorporates all those things. You don't want to be rich and not a good role model. You don't want to be a good role model and not have some money, or broke. You don't want to be jacked and living paycheck to paycheck. You don't want to be, you know, you want to have all these things that encompass a successful life. And that doesn't, like I said, you don't have to be completely rich, but you need to be well off to where you're not, you know, just barely making it, deciding what you can and can't buy at the store. And I get it. There's times right now where you can't afford certain things, but you need to elevate yourself to having that attitude where you do the things that you always say you're going to do, so that way you keep that reputation with yourself and you build that self-confidence with yourself, so that way when the opportunities arise, you're the man for the job, or you're the woman for the job. Seeing yourself as a role model doesn't just benefit you, but it benefits everybody in your life. Whenever you see yourself as a role model, you set excellence as your lowest standard. And that's what you need to do. You can't just say you're going to wake up at 5 a.m. and then hit snooze. That's a loss. You can't just say you're going to eat clean and then don't. That's a loss. You can't just say you're going to go to the gym and then don't. That's a loss. You can't be the type of person that doesn't pick up after themselves. It's all losses, and that's not somebody that anybody's going to look up to. You want to be, I mean, you might not have somebody in your life that's going to tell you these things. That's why a lot of people are just comfortable with doing the things that they do. You go through life, you talk about you didn't make it to the gym because this or that. You didn't wake up early because you couldn't sleep all night. None of those things matter. All that matters is that you do the things that you say you're going to do. No matter if you didn't get enough sleep, doesn't matter if you fell asleep at 4 and you got to wake up at 5. That's the promise you made to yourself, and that's how you keep your reputation with yourself and with everybody around you. Other people see you doing this. People see me posting, I go to the gym and then I do my outdoor workout. And then I've always consistently posted that I go to the gym so other people can have that motivation for that, seeing that I work 12 hours and then I may have to drive 2 hours home and then 2 hours back, and I still make it to the gym. You might have your own hard. That's hard to me. And then still trying to fit time in, which is most important. The time in with my daughter, it's most important. So I always make sure if I do go home in between job or the time period I have off, I see her and then still fit those other things in. So probably within the next few days, I'll be making that drive. And to see her, it's been probably a week now since I've been home. Excuse me, yeah. So I I get to where that I just feel like lost, lonely feeling. I'm sure a lot of you know when you're not around somebody that you care about the most. It could be your wife, it could be your parents, it could be your kids. For me, it's her. That's what I care about the most. And I don't let anything that I have going on come between that. Looking into planning a trip for Christmas coming up, so that's what I've got going on. Most likely another cruise. But anyways, back to the point. Start seeing yourself as that type of person that you look at other people, and that type of person that you admire in other people, and become it. Become it for not only for you, but for everybody in your life, your spouse, your family, your kids, your friends. Be the type of person that sets that standard, and be the type of person that whenever you see your friends slipping, losing, call them out. Tell them, like, show them the way. Don't just call them out. You have to provide a solution and show them all the ways that they're messing up, and then show them how to correct that behavior. You don't have to just be a complete jerk to people. Whenever you're the type of person that is using personal development to its fullest, typically you're not going to look down at people. You're going to see other people not doing what they need to be doing, but you're not going to look at them as lesser than you. You can see their flaws, but the best way to correct them is to let them know about it, because a lot of the times nobody has that person in their lives. They have friends that encourage their bad behaviors, that encourage drinking it every other night, they encourage going to the bar, they encourage not going to the gym because they don't go, and they just talk at you out of it, and they justify you not going. So if you don't have any of those type of people in your life that are going to call you out on your BS, they're not your friends. They're just people that you associate with. You want to have real friends that you can look to for advice, and look to for motivation, and look to for inspiration, and that you can look up to, and also become like them. So that way you're the person that other people look up to, the person that your kids look up to. Because like I said before, I would hate it more than anything if I was the type of person and I had my daughter looking up to some other person, some other man, some other, figure. I'm the one that she needs to look up to. So I created the person that she can be proud of looking up to, because I didn't have that growing up. I had the worst example that you could possibly have as to what a father should be. And I just decided, and you can too if you have that same situation, to be the exact opposite. There's ways to learn from each thing. There's a silver lining and everything. And the way it was for me, I saw the way to exactly not to be. And so I decided from the beginning, and more so in the last probably 6 years, to that being my greater purpose for everything. Like I said, from the beginning, but not as much as the last 6 years. I want to make that known, that I wasn't just some loser, or I was a loser actually, but I wasn't not present for her at all, like some people. I was always there. I would change her diapers, I did all that. I was with her mom till she was probably about 4, so I was there for all the milestones. And whenever the split up happened, there was probably 4 or 5 years where it was more difficult, and I wasn't necessarily the type of person that was a good role model. And what really happened was about 2017, I came across the MFCEO project with Andy Frisella and started listening to that, and that's when everything changed. And I just really realized that I was that loser that I thought of other people as being. And Andy and Ed Milet together, just listening to them most days, almost every day I would say, since then, has changed everything for me. It made me into a better father, a better worker, a better friend, a better human in general. So if that's something that you have problems with, I suggest you listening to their content. You can start way back at the beginning, or even stuff now. You can pick. There's always a topic on the title. You can see which one you like and what's affecting you the most. There's an episode, I think it's 176 of the MFCEO project. It's called the 3 Steps Talking Yourself to Total Domination. I think I might have butchered the title, but it's something like that. It's from September 2018. If you scroll way down into the feed, you'll find it on the Real AF feed. You can find it. I'll find the link and I'll put it in the description box. I appreciate all of you following along. If you're new to the show, or me doing these clips, I'm going to encourage you to go listen to episode 208 on the Real AF podcast with Andy Frisella, and listen to it and learn about the Live Hard and the 75 Hard program. I want you to listen to it, make a plan, commit to it, and start tomorrow. Quit wasting your life doing all the things that you know you shouldn't be doing, and putting off all the things you know you should be doing, and start being that role model to the people in your life. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for day 47. Peace.